Hello everyone, welcome back to YK Reviews. As we're wrapping up the month of October, the final review of the month of October will be Spirit Halloween the movie, based on the store Spirit Halloween. So let's get into it. So with Spirit Halloween, honestly, I didn't see much marketing going on. I saw a trailer like a couple of weeks ago, and then I see that the film is like available online through streaming. So I was surprised with the marketing that they went with this. But in terms of like the actual plot of the movie, it's basically about being locked inside a Spirit Halloween store. Three high schoolers along with one of their sisters is locked inside the store, being haunted by a spirit that goes ahead and possesses all of what's inside the store to try and take over somebody's soul. And I'll be honest with you, like I've not been to a Spirit Halloween until this year. Basically in the UK we don't have these types of stores, so coming into Canada, seeing these stores, I know they're in the US, they're in Canada, so visiting the store for the first time this year, I see the sort of elements that I can bring to the actual movie. So I was curious to see what they were going to do with this movie. And like right off the bat, the opening sequences is giving you a little information of like the spirit and like the backstory there. This will be, by the way, a non-spoiler review, so if you haven't seen the movie, don't worry, nothing's going to get spoiled here. But the main like lead of the movie, Christopher Lloyd, who, if you don't know him, plays Doc from Back to the Future, fantastic actor, and he really elevates this movie. He brings the character to life. His one-liners, his dialogue, his like actions and characteristics really bring a fun element, and for me is what made this movie. So you see the opening sequences, a little backstory of him, the kind of personality he has, the kind of character he is, and then you cut to like the three high schoolers, the dynamic that they have. And I'll be honest, like the main lead, his like, granted all three of them did a fantastic job in this movie, really like brought their characters to life, fantastic actors, but the character, like the main character, I just felt like he was a bit childish at times. Like you get introduced to like his family dynamic and how he is with like his mum, his stepdad, his stepsister, and just some of his scenes and like some of his actions were very petty and childish. Even like his dynamic with his friends were very childlike, and you didn't really like root for him as much in the beginning because of that. And in terms of the other two characters, like Bo, for me is like the standout character. His character was fantastic, hilarious, really a solid character. And his other friend too, I feel like was a bit douchey at times, but had brought up some valid points when like they showing their dynamic and their friendship and like the arguments that they had as well. So like the dynamic as a whole, like the three of them together were pretty great, like fun, entertaining, but a bit of like character flaws that they did bring to the table. And in terms of the runtime, this movie is basically an hour and 21 minutes, I believe it was, an hour and 21 minutes. And I feel like the runtime was perfectly balanced in terms of like building up. Like the first like 15-20 minutes was showing the dynamic and history and all that kind of stuff, and then the movie, I feel like, picks up a lot once it does go into the store. And like the sequences in the store, there was some creepy vibes there, like when the spirit did possess some of the animatronics and like the actual like characters that you see in Spirit Halloween. There was definitely a creepy vibe to it, a horror vibe to it. However, I just feel like they didn't take an advantage of the Spirit Halloween store. They didn't use enough. There was a couple of scenes here and there, a couple of like animatronics, a couple of like elements of horror, but nothing to like the full advantage of what could have been. Because when I went to the store, I saw aisles upon aisles of like horror stuff, like statues, Grim Reaper, horror classics, statues and those kind of things. So a lot of things that they could have used in the movie as like the horror vibe, creepy vibe, but not enough was used and not enough was taken advantage of, which I felt like just suffered a bit in terms of the quality of the movie. So for me, I feel like that is kind of like a negative aspect that brought the movie down a little bit. There are some jump scares, I feel like, for the characters, but for me, I did not see any jump scares. Nothing really like stood out for me or like made me scared or anything like that. So for me overall, I feel like the movie is like a fun experience, a fun time. If you've been to a Spirit Halloween, I feel like you'll like the aesthetics and like what it did bring to the table. But don't expect like a lot of horror elements, jump scares, or like full like animatronics coming to life, scary characters, horror characters and stuff like that coming to life. You'll just see a little bits and pieces of that, which is unfortunate. So for me overall, I enjoyed the movie. I had a fun time with the movie. Would I recommend it? I would. It's like something to put on in the background, something like for the family to like enjoy as well. It is like a fun type movie, but it doesn't have that rewatchable factor. Similar to like I did the shorts about the Curse of Bridge Hollow. It's a fun family movie, but there's not a rewatchable factor to it. But it is a good movie and fun movie to watch as like a one-time watch with the family on Halloween night, or straight after you've been to a Spirit Halloween. So I feel like you will have a fun time with it. But would I recommend it? Yes, I would, as a one-time watch, because as I said, Christopher Lloyd's character is a fantastic addition to this cast, and I really feel like his performances elevated the movie and made it what it is as a fun movie. But this is my take and my thoughts on it. If you've seen the movie, let me know down in the comment section below what you thought about it. Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? And also, if you've been to a Spirit Halloween, like your thoughts and takes on that as well, let me know down in the comment section below. So this basically wraps up the month of October. But thank you so much for watching the videos and supporting the channel there. Like I mentioned previously, there's been so many playlists. There's playlists of Child's Play, Chucky movies. There's a playlist of Halloween. There's a playlist of the Hellraiser movies, along with multiple different reviews I've done in the month of October. So check out the channel, check out the videos there. And also keep an eye out on the tier ranking video, along with the best movie, game and TV show of the month of October. So keep an eye out on the channel. It will probably come, as I mentioned in a previous video, 2nd, 3rd of November. So definitely keep an eye out on the channel there. But thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like button, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Tons more to come in November, tons more to come in December for the Christmas themed month. So keep an eye out on the channel there. But again, thank you so much for watching and listening. This is YK Reviews. Peace.